Hope had already died in the colony. It did not die in one moment. It faded slowly, day by day, as ships stopped answering, as signals went unanswered, and as the stars felt colder than ever before. The colony was small, forgotten, and far from the core worlds. Everyone knew what that meant. No one was coming. Above the colony, alien warships waited in a silent circle. They did not rush. They never rushed. Time itself was their weapon. Their presence alone crushed the spirit of those below. Inside the colony, people moved quietly. Soldiers checked weapons they knew would not work. Engineers stared at broken systems with empty eyes. Leaders spoke soft words, but their voices carried no belief. Every distress call had been sent. Every alliance had been invoked. Every promise made by the galaxy had failed. The aliens began their final scan. That was when the void changed. At first, it was nothing. A blank space where stars should be. Sensors showed errors. Screens flickered. The alien commanders dismissed it as interference. Then the darkness grew. Space bent inward, folding like torn fabric. Energy levels climbed past known limits. Gravity shifted. Even the alien ships drifted slightly, pulled by something unseen. The colony's sensor screamed. From the heart of the void, a shape emerged, slow, deliberate, unstoppable. A warship, not alien, human. Its hull was dark and scarred, built for survival, not beauty. Massive engines burned with controlled power. No signals were sent. No warnings given. The alien fleet froze. Old data flooded their systems. Humanity was supposed to be weak, divided, outdated. That was what the reports said. But this ship did not match those words. It did not aim. It did not threaten. It simply arrived. Across the colony, people stared at the sky in silence. Fear turned into disbelief. Disbelief turned into something dangerous. Hope. For the first time in weeks, someone whispered the unthinkable. Maybe they were not alone after all. The human warship did nothing. That was what scared them most. The alien fleet had faced countless enemies before. There were always threats, warnings, demands. War always began with noise. This ship gave them none of that. It floated near the colony like a dark moon, calm and patient. Alien commanders issued orders in sharp clicks and pulses. Weapons were armed. Target locks formed. Thousands of guns pointed at the human ship. No response. Long-range scans hit the hull and came back wrong. Armor layers folded into each other in ways their science could not explain. Power readings were steady, controlled, endless. This was not a ship built to win quickly. It was built to endure. Inside the colony, people watched from cracked windows and broken towers. No one cheered. No one spoke. They were afraid to hope too fast. Hope had betrayed them before. The alien flagship moved forward. Identify yourself. The aliens transmitted, their signal filled with authority. The human ship answered with silence. Then space around the alien fleet shifted. Small lights appeared. Dozens, then hundreds, sliding out from the human ship's shadow. Drones, sleek and sharp, forming perfect attack lines. Each one locked onto a vital system. Still no human voice. Alien confidence cracked. They had planned a siege. They had prepared for weak resistance. They had not prepared for something that watched without fear. One alien commander finally gave the order. Fire. Energy beams crossed space in a blinding storm, slamming into the human warship. Light exploded. Sensors screamed. When the glare faded, the ship was still there, untouched. The human warship adjusted its position slightly, as if correcting a minor error. That was when a single human message was broadcast across every channel, clear and calm. This territory is under human protection. No threats, no anger, just fact. Across the alien fleet, fear spread faster than any weapon. Because the galaxy had just realized something too late. Humanity had not come to negotiate. Orders were given. Orders were canceled. The commanders argued in sharp bursts of sound. The human warship waited, silent and unmoving, like a wall the universe had placed in their path. Fear began to spread. Some alien captains suggested retreat. Others demanded a full attack before it was too late. Pride fought survival, and pride was losing. Then one ship broke formation. A smaller alien cruiser drifted forward, its weapons glowing hot. Its commander believed fear was weakness. He believed power came from action. He fired. A single beam cut through space, aimed straight at the human warship's core. It struck with enough force to shatter moons. Light exploded across the void. Inside the colony, people flinched. Some closed their eyes. They had seen this before. Hope always died first. When the light faded, the human warship was still there. The beam had not pierced the armor. It had not even left a mark. The warship moved. Not fast. Not slow. Purposeful. Its hull plates shifted, revealing deep weapon ports that had been hidden from all scans. Energy gathered, dark and dense, bending space around it. The alien fleet panicked. Orders turned into screams. Ships tried to pull back, but gravity around the human warship changed. Space itself felt heavy. Escape paths collapsed. The human ship fired once. No beam. No blast. A silent wave rolled outward. The alien cruiser that fired first simply came apart. Not exploded. Not burned. It unfolded into fragments, torn by forces its builders never understood. The wreck drifted in perfect silence. The human ship did not chase. It did not celebrate. It returned to its original position, weapons retracting. Across every channel, the human voice spoke again, unchanged, calm. You fired first. The message ended. The alien fleet froze. They finally understood the truth written into human silence. This battle would continue only if they chose extinction. Thousands of ships floated in broken formation, their systems strained, their commanders silent. No one wanted to give the next order. The cost of a mistake had become clear. The human warship remained still. That stillness pressed on every alien mind. It felt deliberate, calculated, as if the humans were waiting, not for victory, but for a choice. Inside the colony, people began to breathe again. Power flickered back as unknown systems stabilized the station from orbit. Hull breaches sealed. Life support strengthened. The human ship was helping quietly. The aliens noticed. This was not conquest. This was control. An emergency council formed among the alien commanders. Panic filled their shared channel. They had never faced an enemy that repaired while standing in front of them. Some argued to surrender. Others demanded a final strike. But deep down, they all knew the same truth. They were outmatched. The human warship turned slightly. Not toward the fleet. Toward the alien command ship. A targeting lock formed, but it did not fire. Instead, a human message spread across the void, translated perfectly into every alien language. Withdraw. This colony is under human protection. Return, and you will not be warned again. The words were simple, clear, final. The alien command ship hesitated, then began to pull back. One by one, ships followed. Weapons powered down. Engines flared. They retreated. Across the colony, people watched the impossible happen. The enemy that had waited to destroy them was leaving. Not defeated. Warned. The human warship did not pursue. It stayed until the last alien ship vanished in a hyperspace. Only then did it turn toward the colony. A new message appeared on colony screens, softer than the last. Status report requested. People cried. Soldiers laughed. Leaders collapsed into chairs they had not rested in for weeks. Hope was no longer a lie. Far away, in alien space, emergency signals spread like fire. A single truth echoed across the galaxy. Humanity had entered the war, and they had brought silence with them. Days passed, then weeks. It never docked. It never lowered shields. It remained in orbit like a silent guardian, watching everything. Inside the colony, life slowly returned. Power grids stabilized. Air systems worked without warning alarms. Wounded people recovered. Children went back outside for the first time in months and looked up at the dark shape in the sky. They felt safe. But safety came with questions. Leaders gathered in the command hall, staring at the human signal channel. Humanity had saved them, but humanity had not explained why. No speeches. No demands. Just protection. That made some people nervous. Old records were opened. Human history was studied again. Wars, sacrifices, stubborn survival. Humanity did not fight for glory. They fought when lines were crossed. And a line had been crossed here. A secure message finally arrived from the human warship. Not a threat. Not a demand. A warning. This colony is now a protected zone. Any future attack will be answered. Permanently. The meaning was clear. Protection also meant attention. The galaxy would notice. Enemies would remember. Some colonists feared retaliation. Others feared being tied to a war that was bigger than them. But no one suggested asking the humans to leave. Because deep down, Everyone knew the truth. If the humans left, the aliens would return. Far away, alien leaders argued in fear-filled chambers. Reports spread fast. One human ship had stopped an entire fleet. Not with numbers. Not with rage. With control. Trade routes shifted. Border defenses doubled. Old treaties were questioned. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy planned around humanity. The colony became a symbol, not of weakness, but of consequence. As the human warship adjusted its orbit, preparing to move deeper into contested space, one final message was sent to the colony. Survive. We will handle the rest. And across the stars, a quiet understanding spread. Being saved by humans meant never being ignored again. The human warship did not stay forever. One silent morning, the colony's sensors showed movement. The massive ship shifted its position, engines glowing softly, space bending around it once more. No alarm sounded. No fear rose this time. People watched calmly. They trusted it now. Before leaving, the human ship sent one final transmission, not just to the colony, but far beyond it. Across open space. Across listening posts. Across alien borders. This sector is under human watch. Harm it, and we will respond. Then the message ended. The warship turned toward the void and slowly disappeared, folding space behind it like a closing door. The colony was alone again. But everything was different. Trade ships began to arrive days later. Not out of kindness, out of caution. Merchants knew the risk of ignoring a human-protected world. Supplies flowed. Repairs finished. The colony grew stronger than it had ever been. Far away, alien councils rewrote their doctrines. They studied recordings. They slowed their expansions. They avoided human space completely. Old beliefs shattered. Humans were not loud conquerors. They were not careless warriors. They were guardians of lines no one should cross. Other threatened worlds whispered the colony's name like a legend. Some sent signals into the dark, hoping, praying, that humans would hear them too. And sometimes they did. Human ships began to appear across the galaxy. Not in fleets. One by one. Always silent. Always precise. Always enough. The galaxy learned a final lesson. Humanity did not rush to save everyone. But when they chose to act, they finished the problem. Years later, a child on the colony asked an elder why the aliens never came back. The elder looked up at the stars and answered softly. Because they learned something important. What? The child asked. The elder smiled. When hope is gone, humans arrive. And when humans arrive, the galaxy listens. And in the endless dark between stars, that truth endured.